Hello everyone, welcome. I actually create plans before recording a video, but for this video I don't have any plans. So it is actually 4:20 on AM at the morning and I could not sleep. So I thought maybe we can design something. Now currently I am really into the mobile app development with Flutter. So I think we can create a sign up or login page design for a mobile app. Let's say we want to create a login or sign up page for a app which helps the user to find the travel partner. So this is my Figma here, the home page, and I'm just going to open a new design file. So it will open an untitled file here. Let's rename this maybe travel app sign up. Okay, this should do. Now we need to import some frame first. So we can press F or click this icon here, this box kind of things. So for frame the shortcut key will be F. So I'm just going to press F. Now we can choose between this. So as it is going to be a phone screen or frame for phone, we can use anything from here. Let's select the iPhone 11 Pro Max and here we go. So this is our frame and I'm just going to apply some border radius with it because this kind of rounded corner looks great. Okay, it will do. So now we want to add some image here and also some app bar. So we cannot actually copy from other documents in Figma. So we cannot directly copy and paste some things. Although we can download an iPhone mockup and grab the title, the top notification bar from there. But in this case, I'm just going to keep it simple and add some simple uh, things here. So we can add a clock at the left side. So for text, it will be T, and here it goes. So now the time is, I'm just going to put now's time, which will be 4:24. Okay. So we are going to use the font of Poppins. It really looks nice on app. Poppins regular. Okay, let's make it 14 pixels. I'm just going to remove the gap here or space. So here we go. Let's make it center. And we also need some charging notifications and a battery sign. So let's do that. I'm just going to add an rectangle here. Sorry, not here. Okay, rectangle will be R. Now let's create a rectangle with the same height and height. Okay, it looks better. Now I'm just going to put some other rectangles using two of these grids here. Let's make it black color. And okay, I'm just going to press Alt and copying this. So two space gap from the top, it will be 4. Now it should be like that. Okay, our charging bar is done. We can remove this rectangle and we can put all of these things inside a group by pressing Ctrl G. This is our charging bar here. We can also add a battery sign. So again, rectangle. Here we go. But we actually don't need to fill it. So I'm just going to remove the fill and add a stroke. Let's make it grayish color. Okay. Let's add some. I think it will do. Now inside it, let's add again a rectangle. Let's fill it with the total black color. I think on will be fine. Let's increase it a little bit. Everything is fine, but we can also add a rectangle here a little bit. The color is the same. No, it is not the same, so I'm just going to replace the color with that. Let's also add some border radius to make the corners rounded. Now we can put all these three inside a group, so it will be battery. Now I'm just going to zoom out and put these two at here. Now let's select all these three and create a group. After we are done, we can put these separate items and make them centered align inside the group, so it looks much better. Okay, we are done with this bar here. Now let's put a image in at here. So my favorite type of image to use here is the illustrations, and the favorite library for that will be undraw, and we can just search the undraw here. So the URL will be undraw.co and slash illustrations will bring you to this page. Now it will be some kind of travel app, so we can search for maybe location, and if you want to change the colors in here you can just click this and change the color, but I'm just going to leave it like that. So if you have a specific color theme for your app already, then you can also change the color here and get the same colors of illustrations, but I will just adapt with this color, the default one. So I think this eye filter will look great because this is kind of centered. And okay, let's see. This one will look also great, but this looks kind of crowded. So I'm just going to go to this Eiffel Tower and click this. So you can either download it by the PNG or SVG, but for projects like Figma, we can download the SVG. The benefits of using SVG is that you can make it large or small, it doesn't matter, it is not going to be broken down, but PNG does. So we can just drag and drop this into our Figma here and it looks fine. Let's make it a smaller, more smaller, and okay. Let's add some layout grid here. We need the columns. I'm just going to leave it like that, but in get the margin of 30, so it will have some nice gap at left and right. We actually don't need the grids here because this is not actually web design, this is app design, and it doesn't have this kind of grid system. Like whenever you want to create something with the bootstrap, that will have this 12 column grid system, but in this case there is nothing like that. So I'm just going to put the image inside the grids here. Okay, now it fits into these columns. Now we can make it invisible by clicking this eye icon. Now it looks like this. So this is actually be the front page. So we can add a title text here, some subtitle. So let's do that. At first let's add a text. It will be the title text, so it will be actually the tagline. So find your travel buddy, it sounds right, so I will leave it like that. So as it is the main text of this entire page, we can make it maybe bold. Also, let's increase the font size a little bit. Let's make it 26 here. Okay, I'm just going to make it centered align. It's fine, but we actually need to change the color. The black is too much for this. I think this color looks better. Let's okay, 40. Okay, it will be fine. Also, okay, I'm just going to settle with this on 4v. This is going to be the hexagonal color code for it. Now after that we need to add the subtitle, so let's do that. I'm just going to put a random subtitle here. It should be related with the traveling, so let's say keep come and go around the world. It sounds fun and right, but as it is a subtitle we cannot use the bold here. We can use the regular. Let's make it smaller a little bit. Let's make it 22, and we also need to change the color. Okay, this should be it. So we can select this color and add it as a style so we can use it at the next time. So let's click this four dots here and click the plus letter. So it is going to be our main color or title color, and this one will be the general color, general text color. Okay, now after that, after the tagline and actually the main title and the subtitle, we can add the login option, and then we can put two other buttons here. So let's put a general text here. I can just copy this by pressing Alt and drag and drop it like that. Okay, now let's change it. So let's say already have an account, then login. So it is too much. We can make it reduced by putting a maybe 14 pixels. Actually, let's try 15. So we got the test. It should be center, and it is. But this login is a link, so we can change the styling. So let's select this login only. Then make it maybe semi bold. We can also add an underline here. So this should be the underline. We can also change the color. I'm just going to detach it and fill it with this special color. So I will also add this as a style. Let's say a special or highlighted or primary color. Let's add primary. Let's create this style, and here we go. It looks fine. Okay, now we are going to add two buttons here. The first one will be for sign up with email, then maybe sign up with the Google account. So let's make it visible again. We need it to create the button here. So at first I'm just going to select a rectangle like that. Let's this will be the primary button, so we can use this color here, which will be the primary color. Let's make the corner rounded. Okay, This should work. Now let's add the text here. So the text will be sign up with email, of course. So let's make it invisible. We cannot see the text properly for that. So let's make it semi bold, and 15 pixels is okay, but let's try with the 16 pixels. Okay, it looks better now. Now we can put this two inside a group here. Let's press Ctrl G and we got our group. Now inside this group we want to make this text center. Now it should be properly centered inside this box. Now we want to add another button in here. Let's press Alt after selecting this group and make a copy. Okay. Now this one should not be filled with this color, so I will just select this rectangle here. Fill will be none, but let's add a stroke with that color. So we want the primary color here. A stroke on will be fine. Let's also add a fill of white. It will be better. Now we want to change the text color. Now for the text color, let's use the primary one. But in this case, it will be sign up with Google. We can also put a Google icon here. So there is an extension for that, or plugin. So I'm just going to use the plugin named Iconify. Let's get it. Now let's search for Google. And I'm just going to use this colorful icon because it will look better for an app. Let's import it. Here we go. Now I have selected this icon. Let's drag and drop it like that. After that we can put this text and the icon inside a group. Then we can position this total thing inside this total group. Okay, we got our two buttons here. Now let's see how that looks like. I think there should be more gap at the bottom, and I'm just going to reduce the border radius with the frame a little bit. I think it looks better. I will just put them a little bit up top. Okay, everything is fine. Okay, I think we are done with this page, and it actually looks fine. So now let's create a copy of this and create the second page here. So I'm just going to select this total thing and press Alt, drag and drop it, and here we go. So this is going to be a second page. So let's say whenever someone want to create a new account, it will be this page. So let's remove the image from this, and we can also put a back navigation bar for to go back in the login page. So let's do that. Again, we need to select this and make it visible. Now let's put a okay, we want to put a rectangle here. Okay, it looks fine. Let's increase the border radius to this point. and I'm just going to use the fill of this color and reduce the opacity. I think it looks better, but in order to make sure, we need to make it invisible. Okay, it looks better. Now inside it we can put a back arrow here or angle. Again, we need to go to the Iconify and search for angle. Sorry, wrong spelling. Okay, I think this one looks better, or maybe this one. Actually, those two looking same to me. Let's go with this one. Import this icon. I think this is it. So I will drag and drop it in here, and we need to change the selection color to this primary color. Let's make it bigger so we can notice it inside this. Maybe even more. Okay, we need to make it smaller. That was too big. It looks better. So I'm just going to leave it like that. We can also put a text here. So text, let's say log in. So it will take back the user to the login page. I think we need to make it smaller, or maybe leave it like that, but if we feel it uh, bigger, then we are going to make it small again. Actually, let's make it bigger because it is looking kind of small, so 18 pixels maybe. Okay, now we need to put this rectangle and this icon inside a group. Then okay, now we got the entire login things inside a group. Now after that, after the navigation, we can put a title in here. So let's add a text. Create account with email. Let's select this, give this the color of this title color, make it center. Let's also make it bold. Also let's increase it to 36 pixels, and now it looks fine. So it is going to be the title of this total page. Okay, now after that we need to put two boxes or two input fields, because to create an account with the email we can put an form or field for the email address and another one for the password. So I will just remove this to here. We don't need that. Now at first let's add the text, your email, then the semicolon. We need to make it smaller. Let's leave it to the black color, and we can make the size a little bit smaller. We don't need the semi bold, so we can go back to the regular. Here we go, it should be left aligned. We are going to position it later, but for now let's create the first form field. So it will be going to be a rectangle. Okay, before getting into this we need to make it visible. It should be at the left, and also this one. This should take the entire right. Let's increase the border radius a little bit. I think it looks better. Now I'm just going to make this guides invisible. So in this case, let's change the color. I'm going to go through all the colors here. to see which one looks better. I think this is it. This looks fine. Okay, I'm just going to go with this one. Now inside it, someone will put their email, so we can put a demo email here. Okay, it should do. Now this should be lighter color, so I'm just going to, although there is a color for that which will be this one, so let's make it reduce to 14 or maybe 13. Okay, 13 looks fine, so I'm just going to go with this 13. And so if this color looks lighter to you, you can also select the title color. It is too much darker in comparison to the previous color. And after that, I'm just going to make it back on. And do we need to do anything here? I don't think so. Let's decrease the gap between this. It's fine. And okay, everything is okay, so we can put these two inside a group and then group it with the email here. So now we can press the Alt and create a copy. Let's put these two inside again another group. Now this one should be for the password, and for the password we are not going to put any dummy text here. We can put some dot or stars here, asterisks. Let's go with the dot. So in order to create some dot, we can use the ellipse tool, which will be this one, ellipse. I think that is how we spell it. Okay, now let's create some. Now in order to make it completely circle, we need to press the shift then or with that. Okay, I think this is much bigger. I'm just going to go to with this 10 by 10 pixels, and let's create some copy. There is already 6 digit. Let's make it 7 digit and put all of this inside a group. Now we can change the selection color to maybe black or maybe any other colors like this one. Now we got everything. After that, we can also add a check mark or tick mark for if the users agrees with the terms and condition, privacy policy kind of stuffs. So let's do it. So I'll just create a copy of this and put this down here. Let's remove this button because we actually don't need it. So let's change the color. Actually, let's change the text first. I agree to the terms and condition. The terms and condition will be the link, so we actually need to change the text in here. So let's set terms and conditions. Now we can change it, and also the privacy policy. So what we can do is we can make a copy of this and change the text to and privacy policy. Privacy policy. Okay, now let's remove the terms or here. I actually left it there because if we delete all of this, prior to the typing, then it will get rid of the stylings, but we need the same stylings. That's why I kept that, then do the typing and then remove the previous text. Now in this case, let's make it left aligned and wrap it up. So we are going to put a tick mark in here. So let's put a rectangle. I think this looks okay. Let's increase the border radius. Let's give this the color of the primary, and we can put a sign in here. It's actually 19. I'm just going to make it 20. Now let's select it and go to the plugins, Iconify, and let's search for tick. Let's go with this one, or maybe this one. It looks better because it's bigger. Okay, now let's import the icon, and here we go. This should have the color of white, so I'll change the color to white. After that, I'm just going to put these two into a group, then inside the group, let's make it centered. Okay, it looks better. I think we should make it more bigger. Maybe 23 will be fine. Now we again need to make the tick bigger. So everything is okay so far. Let's enable the grid little bit, and we need to align them. Let's also make it left aligned and wrap this. So it looks fine, and let's make sure they're properly at the properly at the same line. So we can actually do that by putting these two in a group, then select this thing and make it center. Actually it was centered previously, so it doesn't move. So we got the check mark. Then we can put a submit button, or after putting the email and password, that person could create a new account. So this is going to be the call to action, create account. Now let's select this and put it at the top at the same line with this. I think they are in the same line. No, they are not. Okay, it's okay now. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So if he again want to log in with the account, you can also, the user can also do that. So let's make it centered. It is already centered and everything is okay. So I think we are done. Let's make it invisible again. So this is our thing. This is the sign up or login page for a travel website, travel app. So I think I want to add this design into my Dribble and Behance account. So this should be another video because there is so much work to do. We can add an mock-up for that, do some decorations kind of things, then we need to add that, so it will take lots of time. I'm going to create another video about that, where we are going to add these designs into the Behance and Dribble account. So whenever you are watching this video, if that video of uploading this design into Behance and Dribble is already up. You will find the link in the description below. But if the video are not done yet, then come back to my YouTube channel within 2 days because it will be done by then. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this far, and if you are not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Take care and goodbye.